is Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite places to eat in Madrid. So I've been to Madrid now a total of 3 times. I absolutely love the city. I feel like it's almost like being in New York, but with like a European twist to it. And honestly, one of my favorite things about it is the food, because there are so many restaurants. The city where I live is pretty small, so there isn't so much to choose from when it comes to eating out, like restaurant wise. There are of course a few places that I really do like, but there isn't so much variety as there is in Madrid. Like I told you, it's like never ending. You could keep going every single time to a new place, and there's always going to be new places to go to eat. If you know me, food is one of my favorite things. Honestly, I think that's my idea of fun, is going out to a restaurant to eat. So when I know that I'm going to be visiting places, I definitely do my research and I look up, like the best places to go to price wise, and obviously the food being really good. I feel like in this video I'm going to share with you a lot of variety of options, like burgers, sushi, sweets, pretty much a mix of everything. So I'm actually going to start off with a bakery. I have been to a couple of bakeries in Madrid, and the most popular one, I honestly don't even know how to say it. Let me look it up really quick. I'm going to assume that you pronounce it La Mallorquina, but it's basically the most popular bakery that they have there. They have a 4.2 rating and it has over 6,000 reviews, so it has to be good. And I've actually gone there almost every single time that I've gone to Madrid, and I always get something and it's super good. I just don't have any footage from the actual place to include in this video. It's a very chaotic place. It's always packed, so be prepared for that if you are someone that doesn't really like crowded spaces. I know that it could be a little overwhelming even for me, but I kind of just tried to not focus on that and just focus on getting what I want and getting out. They do have seating on the second floor, which I didn't even know about. I think that they're most known for their chocolates. I don't even know if that's the same way that you would say it in English. But basically like chocolate croissants. And that's what I got last time that I was there, and it was so good. I feel like the chocolate was real, you could tell that it was just real chocolate, and I don't know, it was just really good, and it had a lot of filling as well, which is kind of rare these days. Everywhere you go sometimes it's empty, but no, this one was really good, so I definitely recommend you check out that place. So the next bakery that I'm going to talk about is actually called Pum Pum Bakery, and I know it could be a little bit of a weird name. They don't have too much of a variety of things. They only have one window, and that's pretty much it. But the things that they do have are really good. I actually got the pistachio croissant. So this was just a pistachio croissant, and it did have a filling in it. Honestly, I'm not too sure what the filling was. I thought it was going to be pistachio, but I don't think it was. It almost was like an apple type filling, but it was really good. It didn't necessarily taste like apple, but the texture that you get from it is almost as if it would be an apple filling. But it was really good. Their coffee is good as well. I feel like it's super hard to find good coffee nowadays, so I really enjoyed this coffee here. And not to mention the presentation, they bring it out in these really nice boards, and I don't know, it's just very aesthetically pleasing. It's more of a rustic vibe on the inside. It's I don't even think that they painted the walls or anything, but places like that are very trendy right now, the rustic look. Definitely a place that I would visit again. I really recommend it. Now I'm going to be moving on to the more savory things, lunch and dinner stuff. So the first place I'm going to talk about is actually Juancho's Barbecue, and this is a place known for their burgers. I think they only sell burgers actually. They specialize in burgers. They actually did win a prize for the best burger in Spain in 2020, I believe. So I finally got to go there, and it was so good. Their burgers are cooked on the grill, but they have the charcoal under, so you can really taste that barbecue flavor, and it's 100% ground beef, so you can really tell the difference when a burger is ground beef or if it's mixed with pork. But no, this one was just 100% ground beef, so it was really good. So for this place, I actually went during lunchtime. I try my best to look for places that are going to have a menu of the day. So a menu of the day is basically, the restaurants will give you certain things that you can choose from, and you're going to pay a set price. So it's usually cheaper if you do it that way, and I always try to find places that they have that, but they only have it for lunch hour, so it'll probably be from 1 o'clock to 4 p.m. And Juancho's is one of those places that have it. So basically for them, you can just choose whatever burger that you want, and then it's going to come with fries and a drink. But it is a little bit more on the pricey side. But again, considering all the prices, I feel like the prices are pretty much like this everywhere that you go. You're not gonna really find too much cheaper. It might be 2 euros cheaper, but I thought it was pretty good because you do get the drink, the fries, and also the dessert, obviously the burger. And obviously it's gonna be different for each one, because depending on what burger you choose. So for me, I got the truffle burger. So it came with like cheese and truffle, like actual truffle. So my total was 15. So I don't think it was that bad considering that you get a full meal and a dessert, and the interior is really cool as well. I also really love the bread. I feel like burgers now, anywhere that I go, like the bread needs to be a brioche bread. If it's anything else, then I don't want it. I feel like that's the best bread to have with a burger. It was just really good. I would go there again. So the next place is actually Roost Chicken, and this is again another little burger place. But for this restaurant, they focus more on fried chicken. If you know me, I am someone that prefers like fried chicken sandwiches over an actual burger. I don't know, I've just always been that way. I'm the type of person that if I go to McDonald's or Burger King, I'm gonna get the chicken sandwich. I know, don't hate me. But yeah, I just really like chicken sandwiches. So I was super excited about this place because this place actually apparently has the best fried chicken in Madrid or Spain, I believe. They have it actually on their page listed. I don't know if it's Spain or just Madrid. And this is another one that they have a menu of the day. And I believe that this one was $13.90. And you get, you know, whatever they choose for the day and then a drink and dessert. So on each day, if you go for the menu of the day, they choose one thing off the menu. Like for example, one day it could have been chicken and waffles. Or another day it could have been a burger, like a chicken sandwich. And just depending on the day, it's that. Like you don't get to necessarily choose if you want the chicken and waffles or the burger. I hope that makes sense. But basically they choose the main plate for you. So on the day that I went, it was actually the chicken sandwich with coleslaw. And I was kind of iffy about it because of the coleslaw. I do like coleslaw, but it also depends on like who makes it because everybody makes it different. But I did want to try it because the chicken really does look like it's good. And I was just really craving a chicken sandwich that day. So I actually got the fried chicken sandwich with the coleslaw and it was actually really good. Again, the bread was like a brioche bread, so it was super like buttery. And the coleslaw actually blended really well with the fried chicken. I feel like it was more on the sweeter side, which I liked as well because you got like the sweet and salty. And the chicken, you could tell it was like actual chicken, and they fry everything right in that moment. So everything is super fresh. And their fries were also really good. It had like some paprika or some seasoning on it that made it really good. And then their sauce, like the Roost Chicken sauce. If you go there, you need to get the Roost Chicken sauce. It's like the bomb. I don't know what's in it, but it's like this spicy, mayo-y, I don't know, it's just like a bunch of flavors in one, but it is so good. I would want that on everything. And then for dessert, they did give you like a few options. You weren't able to pick between all of the desserts that they had, so they only give you 2 options. So you went for this type of like mousse thing that comes with these like crackers. I wouldn't necessarily call them crackers because crackers I think are more like salty. These are more like a cookie type thing. But it was really good. Just the only thing that I would say about it is that the consistency was off. They said it was supposed to be a mousse, but it was super liquidy and runny. I definitely wouldn't consider that a mousse. I don't know if they just made it and they didn't have enough time for it to set, or what was up with it that day. I just personally wouldn't get that again. But overall, a 10 out of 10 place, and that's probably going to be my go-to place when I go there when I want a fried chicken sandwich. The next place that I'm going to talk about is probably one that a lot of people talk about because it is super popular and common to eat this when you are in Madrid. So this place is actually called La Campana. And they have that one, and then they have another one right next to it. They're pretty much the same thing. They sell the same thing, and to me it tastes the same. So basically you get fried calamari just in bread, like give you like a little roll of bread and they fill it with calamari. There's no sauce, no nothing, but you can add it. I personally don't add anything because I feel like it's not necessary. If you are someone that loves calamari, then you're gonna love this one because honestly, what's better than calamari with bread? I mean, nothing. And especially since it's fried, like the longer it sits, sort of, the more of the oils from like the calamari. I'm not talking about like the gross oil, just like, you know, the natural oils and all that from, you know, frying and the actual calamari and all that. It just kind of seeps into the bread, so it makes it like kind of moist. It's not like super dry. This is our go-to place when we actually get to Madrid because we do take a bus there, and we get there always like around an awkward time. We get there at like 4 p.m. like by the time that we're out of the door, like from the hotel and all that, it's like 4 or 5 p.m. So it's not really time for lunch or dinner. So we usually end up just getting a calamari sandwich, and it's always so good. Every time we go there, we know that we need to get it. It's like a must-do when you're in Madrid to get a calamari sandwich. But this is another one that you need to be careful with because a lot of places do actually sell calamari sandwiches, but they sell it for like double the price. At this place that I'm talking about, you can get it for 4 euros. They did raise the price a little bit. It used to be 3 euros and then it moved to like 3.50, and now it's at 4, which isn't too bad considering you do get a pretty good amount of calamari, and it is a pretty big sandwich. This is probably the place that we have visited every single time that we have gone there. It's kind of been like our tradition now, and I really do recommend that you try it out. So the next place that I'm going to talk about is actually called Sushitoyko. I love sushi, and especially sushi buffets. I know that a lot of people can have mixed feelings about sushi buffets because sometimes they aren't going to be the best quality, but honestly I've been pretty happy with all the sushi buffets that I've been to because, again, I really look into the reviews and the places, so I'm pretty happy with this place. So this sushi buffet, you can go either for obviously lunch or dinner. At lunch it is a little bit cheaper. It's like 15 and then plus drink. I know it's a little bit pricey, but considering it is a buffet and it's sushi and you can get like seafood and all of that, I don't find it too bad. So the way that this restaurant works is that you basically just write down what you want on the paper and like the quantities and all of that, and then the numbers of the actual things that you want, and they will bring it to the table for you. I find it super convenient like this. I prefer it this way rather than a buffet where like you serve yourself. I just feel like it's more sanitary because it's only the workers touching your food and not every single person, and they're trying to like touch the same spatulas and all that, grabbing the same foods. I just prefer when buffets work this way. And what I also really liked about this restaurant is that they have a lot of sushi that doesn't have raw fish. I am someone that I do like eating, you know, like sashimi and salmon that's raw, but I personally just can't do it. It makes me feel sick. So I really do appreciate it when sushi places have, you know, sushi with cooked fish or other things. It doesn't necessarily have to be cooked fish. They just have a big variety in their sushi. They have sweet things too as well when it comes to sushi. So I was really impressed with this place. It is a place that does get busy really fast, so I would advise you to make a reservation. I actually did make a reservation, and I was happy that I did because we got there and it was like already packed, and then they moved us down to the second floor, and then we sat down, there was nobody there, and then in like 2 seconds it filled up. So definitely make a reservation if you want to go to this place. We got a lot of food, and I'm going to include all of the clips of what we got. I probably already did. So as you can see, they do have a big variety of foods and things that you can choose from. So the last place that I'm going to be sharing with you is actually Takos Al Pastor, and it's a taco place. I'm sure you can tell by the title. So yeah, it's just a taco place, and I've been here twice now. This is one of the most popular places in Madrid because, one, it's really good, and two, it's super cheap. All of the tacos are like from €1 to €1.50. I think that's the most expensive is €1.50, so super cheap, and it's actually really good quality. You can tell that it like seems like it's authentic with like the spices and the way that they prepare it, the tortillas. Don't come for me for how I said tortillas. I know how to say it correctly, but I'm gonna say it like that. The only downside to this place is that you do need to wait a little bit because it is super packed all the time. I'm not sure at what time you can go, like that it won't be packed, because we have gone at different times and it's always packed. And there's like a line that wraps around the restaurant. Luckily it does move pretty quick because it's a type of place where, you know, like you basically just go there to eat and you get up and you go. Like it's not the type of place where you're gonna eat, relax, stay there a bit and, you know, chill. No, it's not that type of vibe, especially because the workers, I know that because the workers, not like in a mean way, but you can kind of just tell that they're rushing you because they're just like already cleaning up your table if you already have nothing on your plate. So they kind of just like trying to give you the boot in a nice way, but it is understandable because there is a lot of people waiting, and that's just kind of the vibe that it is. You know, you just go in, you eat, and you get out. So be a little patient. It doesn't take too long. When I first went there, I was like, oh my god, we're really gonna wait in this line. And every single time that I go, well, I've only been there twice, but all the times that I've gone, I'm like, oh my god, this line. But it actually ends up moving pretty fast, so it's not too bad. This is a must-go-to place. It's super good, and again, cheap. If you are someone that is on a budget, definitely go to this place. All right, everyone, that's actually gonna wrap up this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Again, this is just some of the places that I have been to and I really enjoyed in Madrid. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also share with your friends because I am still trying to grow my channel. You can find me on Instagram at StepsyTixera. Will also be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.